Well guys, this is a little kind of chat about effort levels and to explain what a difference effort levels make really. The difference between being great and being average, being good, being poor, regardless of physical ability. I think the answer is effort levels, and this goes for your training here. If you do train here, if you don't train here, you're training in your martial arts or your sports. It transfers over to life, school, success in general in life. And I quite often rant about the kids in class about this, and I often write the bottom few kids' names on the board, which might sound a bit harsh, but just to show, look, you're not putting in as much as the other people. And I also write down or have been recently in the advanced classes, the top three. And from my point of view, as somebody who's kind of sees a lot of people, I can tell you now that the people whose names end up in those top three, I would happily put a large amount of money on them being mega successful in life. And the people who are in those top three versus the bottom three aren't necessarily physically more talented or more intelligent. What I've said to the kids before is if you imagine you put 90% effort in every class or 80% effort in every class, and someone else puts 100% effort in who's not as good as you might think, well, it don't really matter, in 3-6 months time they're still probably not going to be as good as me. Maybe they're not, maybe they're just to be about as good as you, and you don't think about it long term though. If you're doing, and this is a martial arts example, but think of it in life, if you do 3 classes a week, 4 classes a week, and you give 100% in every single one of them classes, even if you're tired, you put it on the line, you give everything you've got, and you focus 100%. How much better in 2 years' time are you going to be than that person who tries 80-90% that's a bit more physically talented than you, let's say. You think of it as a line chart, that the 10% effort extra line versus the regular line in a line chart is going to go up a bit higher, and that distance is going to increase and increase and increase as the years go on. So if you start now as a 5-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 15-year-old, even as an adult at 30, 40, whatever, in 10 years' time, how much better are you going to be than the next person? When I started, I wasn't physically talented. I was a fat kid. It didn't come easy to me. My mate found it easier than me to begin with, and my physical talent was hidden underneath the unfit, fat, lazy kid's body. But what I did do is I developed a love for it. I tried really hard in every session, and then it turns out I actually ended up being really good at it and being successful because of my effort levels. So really, to my club members, it's just a case of I'm kind of trying to tell you it's tough at times, but you've just got to work through it. That extra effort level, those people that put the extra effort in, you know they are. You're in a class of 20 people, look around, you know who the top 3 people are in the class, and I'll guarantee you those top 3 people in the class are those that put the most effort in. Same in school, I was probably the opposite in school. I probably was talented, I was intelligent, but I didn't really do anything with it. And there was other people who probably weren't as smart as me at the time, who tried really hard in their A-levels, tried really hard in the degrees, and they've done really well out of it. Whereas I probably let that side of my life down because I didn't do that, and I had the ability to. But obviously, luckily for me, I found something I loved and I was putting the effort in there. So regardless of what you do, effort levels are the difference between greatness and being average. If you think about Alan Sugar, Branson, the flying dude, Usain Bolt, they may be physically or mentally talented at what they do, but they haven't just made it because they're a physical talent or a mentally good talent. They've done it because they've probably put more effort in than everyone else in everything they do. Usain Bolt's probably been out there and done those extra 2 sprints that the other guys went home and left. Richard Branson or whoever else has probably taken that little bit of a gamble on something because he's a bit more confident, because he's put 10% more effort in everything he does, and he's gained that knowledge and the expertise to know what to do. You're only going to get in that position by trying your hardest, regardless of whether you're good or not at what you do. Effort levels are the difference between being great and being average. It's as simple as that. Effort levels on a daily basis. Wake up and give it your all, whatever it is you want to do. Particularly for my students in class, more effort, you're all going to be a lot better.